perspectives on how was best to achieve that?
It blows my mind sometimes when I think about what both of those men had to kind of overcome to be able to work together and come up with some of the great ideas and plans they did.
So both Martin and Malcolm grow into households where they're these strong male figures, but the secret key to the entire household is black women.
They hit a lot of their life milestones around the same time. They both got married in and around the same time. They both had their first children in and around the same time.
Their lives juxtaposition next to each other. Two separate places, but everything was kind of happening concurrent.
And the conviction that there will be a better future ahead when Negroes are finally free.
They both converge in feeling that the solution to all of it is really a belief in God. A belief in God as a transformative God who loves all people.
Even though they only met in person in the same space once, Martin influenced Malcolm, and Malcolm influenced Martin.
We should do this again sometime.
Absolutely.
Okay, this Martin Luther King and Malcolm X thing. As a Haitian coming to America, when you look at this 1960, 1950, to me, that was a scientific experiment era between the blacks and the whites. The black people would think that it was only the whites that was doing that to them, basically the government, because they look at the government as it's ran by entirely whites and stuff. But for a Haitian looking in, to me, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, to me, was like a plant, like a governmental plant between the black and the white and to separate. Because this was a religion separation in the black society that nobody was paying attention to. Because you got the black Christianity, I believe that's Martin Luther King. Then you have the Muslim Christianity, Malcolm X. They was fighting religiously between each other. That's why they couldn't get along with each other. And then all that conclusion, all that crazy shit brought up to what's going on in 2023, that there's a separation between the Christian blacks and the Christian Muslims. The Allah Muslims. It's always a divide in the black society. And I don't know if it was programmed. I don't know if it always been like that before I was born, before time. But this is not just a governmental play. This is not just a white play. This is a black and a white play, a universal play of two colors that's playing with each other. Because you got these two separated from each other, trying to get the same dream, die at the same time, talking about the same dumb shit. But at the end of the day, everybody in 2023 fucked up, brainwashed, still depending on the same people that they claim that killed these two people. So what was the result out of all that shit? People are going to look at it like, oh, the people just changed. They didn't listen to Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Those two couldn't even come together and fix a goddamn problem. Everybody always waiting on one man to save. These black people waiting on one person to come save themselves. You're never going to win like that. When you at work, it's called teamwork. When you at any business function, it's called teamwork. If you don't have teamwork, you're never going to succeed. Even in your relationship, in a house, in a business, if there's no teamwork, you're not going to win. So you have two religious groups, fighting against each other to try to see who's going to be the one to save the black people. And then they set the black people up to be some fucked up shit. Because they all keep saying, if Martin Luther King or Malcolm X was here, they would roll in their grave. Motherfucker, you have the chance. You always had the choice to fix yourself. So for these two guys to die at the same time and marry at the same time and do all this at the same time, it's not universally like for them to get famous like this at the same time, like the yin and yang, the Gemini, Gemini and Pisces and all this other stuff. This is like some orchestrated shit. Because if you look at the black and white, everything that you saw in black and white back then, you notice if you create a camera, the camera shall capture everything on how it sees it, the same way your eyes is a camera. When you wake up and open your eyes, no matter if you was born before Christ or whatever, you will always see everything in color. With any camera that you create, why would you create a camera that's in black and white? Only reason why you would create a camera that's in black and white, so you can let them know when the modern times started. Because once you look at anything that's in 1950 on the back and stuff is in black and white. That's the camera lens that they put on that for every film at that era. See how it's in black and white? They made sure it's in black and white so when it's time to make in color, it can look like the future. They had to separate times. Everything is always two against each other. There's always a good and a bad theory. There's always a good and a bad problem, a good and a bad man and woman, a good and a bad religion, a good and a bad color. This is what's going to always keep you in a circle. All this religion and all this politician and all that other stuff, it's always one against the other. Either you broke or you rich. It's always going to be two, but somebody's going to always want to make it be three. It's always going to be two. But now somebody has to come and make yourself. You have to take those two situations and become yourself. That's the only way you can go to heaven. Not outside of you, but inside of you. Heaven is inside of you. Hell is inside of you. If you don't control the inside of you, you shall be in hell. If you don't humble the inside of you, you shall be in heaven. It was always separated, but it always was one. It's always was one. If you take the good and the bad and put it together, you shall become one. So all this right here was a psychological fuck up for the mind of the people that wants to be lost. Because guess what? It makes the black people feel weak, and then it makes the white people feel sorry. And it makes the black people angry, and it makes the white people angry. The good black people gonna be like, oh my God, they always controlling us, they always doing us bad. And then they're gonna get mad at the white people. And then the good white people gonna be like, oh my God, let's help them, let's them. And then the bad black people say, man, fuck these crackers and stuff like that. And then the bad white people gonna be like, fuck these niggers, whatever they wanna do. And then guess what? They're gonna be the good ones, like some of the bad ones gonna fuck some of the bad whites gonna fuck some of the women of the good blacks, and some of the bad blacks gonna fuck the girls of the good whites. And then guess what? They're gonna create Chinese. They're gonna create Spanish. They're gonna create mulattoes. They're gonna create Russian. They're gonna create all that. Because both of them love each other, but it's a love and hate relationship to see who's gonna be on top. That's all the whole situation about. Malcolm X and Martin Luther King was nothing but a thing between the white and black that decided to get together the whole problem is the black people now. The black people, whatever the color that they say y'all not and y'all y'all wasn't first. Y'all the problem that everybody has a problem with. But y'all the one that accept every problem that they give. Y'all the one that says y'all want to be free, but then y'all slave yourself by thinking somebody's slaving you. So these two guys, they could never save you. That wasn't their job. Their job was to get you to be the way you are. And then they finish off with a third guy. They put Tupac in between. Tupac took Malcolm X, and Tupac took Martin Luther King, and he took Black Panther. You know, all those things that happened in 1960, all of them between the whites, the governor that didn't want the black kids to go to the school and stuff like that. Those two kids were family of the Masonic lodges. Those two black kids, those white people that was, the white polices, those was Masonic polices. All of them are the same motherfuckers. That whole thing you saw in 1950, it's all that secret society group that's working with each other. The dogs was even with the secret society. They know how to bite the person. He know what he doing. Malcolm X is in that society. All of them in that society and stuff like that. The politicians, they all in that society. But you, the person that is tricked by this, no matter white, black, whatever nationality you are, you not in their society. That's the reason why you're not making money, or you probably a low-level motherfucker that they let come in their society so you can trick the bottom feeders. The drug dealers are in the secret society. Everybody that's causing mischief and that's getting away with it is in their society. Harriet Tubman, all them motherfuckers was in their society. They only allowed to do so much because the ones that you see that the whole world knows is fucking with the devil. Because the real ones that's working hard to try to make the truth out, you won't never hear them motherfuckers. So this is your boy Black Jesus Willie Dread from Delray Beach 33444. Come get your HED, your whole educational development. Y'all already know it's THEBLACKJEEZUSTALKSHOW.com. That's my website. And what I'm trying to tell you is everything is a game. The 1950s and before that, during God time, during Jesus time, whatever time, it was a psychological game. Now, guess what? As soon as the black people starting to find themselves, they start telling you about the aliens that created you and all the other stuff. You got the devil and God was always the old historical two creatures fighting each other, the God fighting the creature, whatever. You, man and woman, have free will. They cannot snatch y'all. They want y'all to pick. God wants you to pick him. Devil wants you to pick him. Nobody telling you to pick yourself. Because if you pick yourself, you won't want to go to near one of these motherfuckers. 666 is going to be the robot that they make, the artificial intelligence that know how to take its good side and its bad side and learn how to control y'all. But see, you are the beast that 666 is supposed to be. If you would understand who you are, your good side of your brain, your right side of your brain, you become 666, and you will see that the devil and God are two entities that want you, but they can't get you. The devil has to trick you into wanting to be like him, and God has to let you come to him because he has his way of doing it. You have to be faithful to come to him, but none of them are telling you to be yourself, because if you be yourself, you won't need nobody. So you have to understand what you want. I'm talking to white people too, because white people need more saving than the fucking black people. Black people think black people been in heaven, they just forgot. But the people that's sending you need more help than you, because look at their movies. Their movies are nothing but witchcraft and killing and all the other stuff. But look at black movies, all you can do is show laughter and all the other stuff. You a genuine laughter person, comedian, make laugh, act wild. You like to fuck your girl like to fuck you. But see them, they like to hunch each other. If you notice, whatever law or crime or anything that happens, it's always them fighting. Black people, you never get involved in that shit. And if you commit a crime, they give you a zillion years, because they got to keep you stressful for the next lifetime. Every time, listen, in every generation, they beat the shit out of your family member. When she gets pregnant, she's going to put that DNA into that black child. Y'all don't know that. Let them beat the shit out your ass, and then you come. Let them beat the shit out that nigga head, and then he go fuck a girl right now. He's gonna put that into the DNA of that woman, and that child's gonna learn how to be strong or weak. But you see, y'all don't understand the game. I understand what the Bible is. The Bible is how should I say, a book to keep the world making money between good and evil, black and white. It's just it's just a blueprint. But when you understand yourself, because why back then they able to make pages and chapters in the Bible, and why can't you see the way shit is different? People have different criminal activity mentalities that they picked up from the first Bible, and then they didn't change. How can you read something that's old and then you try to make up a reason for it, and then maybe you have a wrong, thought of that situation, and you do it all wrong? But every time you go to school, if you're in the 5th grade, now you go to the 6th grade, they give you a new book. You go to the 7th grade, they give you a new book. Or if you read a book on teaching you how to be yourself, then all of a sudden you become successful. You never depend on nobody, but you're going to depend on something. It's okay to read it. It's okay to, if that's how it works for you. But every time when it's worked for you, that means you stop believing yourself, but you give the credit to somebody else. So if you believe aliens created you because they wanted to kill all the blacks and all the other stuff because of Inky, Anouk, and all that other stuff, Anki, whatever, then that's what you'll believe. If you believe in the Old Testament and God versus Jesus and God, then that's what you believe. If you believe in yourself and stuff like that, if you believe in yourself, I don't see no reason why God should be mad at you. And if some people that don't believe in themselves, they're going to do negative shit. So this is your boy Black Jesus WILLYDREAD. I think all these people, Malcolm X and y'all gonna get mad at me and stuff. I'm Haitian and stuff like that. I came into the 90s. In 1804, my ancestors had to fight the Caucasians and stuff like that. And then in the 1980s, in the 1970s, in the 1990s, the young Haitian kids had to fight the African Americans. So the African American blacks and the Caucasian whites in America, they both have a problem that they're causing a lot of havoc on the world, on the universe. They taught each other how to do each other wrong. They work with each other. The blacks and the whites that's on high elite power, they work with each other to mess up the blacks and the whites and all nationality down here. But then you got all these other ethnic groups that's coming out of the black and the white and stuff like that. So they starting to get into the thing. So that's why they try to make the new world order. It's like we have to be able to control all nations, have to have one person that's leading. And who's going to try to lead it? Everybody was come to America because America started the foundation, because this is the place where the Africans told them that the other blacks are at. So they came over here. Somebody sold the black nation out. It was a black royalty group that's working with these people. It's always a black and white, but y'all know black was first. That's what y'all say. So it was a black group that removed themselves from heaven and decided to do some hell shit and made an Oreo cookie. The higher black, they put the Caucasian in between to cause havoc between those two, and then the lower blacks. So the lower blacks gonna always see the Caucasians as the problem. But then some of the Caucasians got greedy. They said, hey, they don't know the blacks are the one that's paying us to do these stuff. So we gonna say, they think they hating us. So why don't we control it? So that, I believe that's how America and a lot of the other Caucasians got out of hand. But right now, if this is something going on that if you see they try to bring all these black movies. So right now they finna do a flipperoo. Now the black people, I believe the way they do it is 50 years white people run, and then 50 years black people run. The white people that's down with the 50 years of black people run, they still gonna be running behind the scenes. And the same way there's blacks that was running behind the scene during Malcolm X and Martin Luther King time, and there's blacks, don't believe just these white people understand how to do this shit themselves. Black people know how to create and make, and the Caucasians know how to hold and bully and hurt and all the other stuff. So they good at the job. The white people, the black people, the black royalty saw that they good at the job that they did, that they do. There's going to be some greed, but this is all a business. This earth right now, it became hell because the people saw it. The business part was coming out because everything was given. When the world started, everything was free. So, but then some people started seeing there's certain things that could be sold. The rocks could be sold, the fruits could be sold. So then remember the mark of the beast, the whatever, the scan, the barcode, it started, heaven started becoming a business. That's what happened to heaven. It became a business. So when it becomes a business, then that's when the hell, if you understand, everybody that runs a business is always problematic to the people that's working for them, because the people that's working for them are never going to be happy because they're never going to be satisfied. So these two were business. They started off business. I don't know if the end part was real, but Malcolm X knew that they were finna kill him. He still went. Martin Luther King knew they were finna kill him. He still went. So if they want to die like the Jesus of Nazareth or whatever, that fake Jesus that's on the cross, listen, he's on the cross of time. 12 to your head, 3 to the left hand, 6 to the feet, and right hand is 9. That's the cross of time, because that's why they put him on that cross, because you're going to be seeing him, and then they're going to be showing him all the time, because the cross is a man and a woman. Look at the design. The head is the 12, the feet is the 6, left hand is the 3, and the right hand is the 9, and the compass, the north, east, west, and south. It's a cross. So that's all I gotta tell y'all, motherfucker. The shit that y'all been fucking reading, the mumbo jumbo witchcraft or whatever, and then these two guys, Malcolm X and that's all the bullshit. They know the other science that you don't know. They know the earthly science. What the earth is gonna, when you accept yourself, the earth, whatever created you, because you a computer, whatever created you, gonna show you the design. They're gonna show you the design. They're gonna make you see shit. They're gonna make you see how people move. They're gonna make you see how people, when you, sometimes you, if like, look, sometimes I can slow down a video while I'm talking, because my mind moves so fast, my eyes move so fast, I can see them moving slow, I can see them moving fast. My name is Black Jesus WILLYDREAD. Haïtien en pays, y'all don't get mama motherfucker else, you pas gonna understand. Black Jesus crie avec nous tout, and them hoes said amen. And when I call myself a hoe, I'm a hoe to myself. I'm Black Jesus, bitch. Slut Theory University, come get your HED, your whole educational development. Not your GED, your whole educational development. Because this is nothing but a hoe and pimp gang. So which one of you? There's a million slaves. There's 10 bosses and a million slaves. Which one are you? There's a million hoes and 10 pimps. Which one are you? Or should I say 13 pimps? Nah, it ain't could never be 13. Nigga, I'm Black Jesus and I'm WILLYDREAD. Gemini, June the 13th. Get at your boy. You know what I'm saying? The Virgo is that girl. And you know what I'm saying? The mother is on March. You know what I'm saying? Pisces. And the child is on 12. You know what I'm saying? They claim it's December. So I don't know. What I know, Virgos, Pisces, Geminis, and the 12th month. Nigga, I'm the 13th motherfucker. Nigga, get at your boy and I'm out.